Time for music. I'm so excited. Rock Night numero dos here on Mountain Views. Please welcome and enjoy Missing Method. Boys.
This is a song called Exhausting. Now you change your mind just to suit the time, and you'll certainly deny having said anything contrary. We can't pin you down to what you said out loud in front of this crowd. Your words are far too slippery. Making sure every moment is documented with a loophole to keep you clean. Backslide in this mountain of bull you're building. Defend what you never said anyway. Making sure every moment is documented with a loophole to keep you clean. Backed into a corner that you can't get out of. Fall back on denial. This must be exhausting for you. Defend yourself at the expense of the truth. You slither and you slink through what you think might pass those moral kinks. Sit back and think it how you're so clever. The world is laid bare before your self-proclaimed moral code. Eradicate any road that leads to other endeavors. Making sure every moment is documented with a loophole to keep you clean. Backslide down this mountain of oil building. Defend what you never said anyway. Making sure every moment is documented with a loophole to keep you clean. Backed into a corner that you can't get out of. Fall back on denial. This must be exhausting for you. Defend yourself at the expense of the truth. This mad disaster I won't and the sands of yesterday will make of future days. I admit, I concede, I'm a walking calamity to all that I touch and care for. I'll bring my world to its knees. I'll bring my world down, down from all innocence. Feel no remorse, 'cause now this new fiction, it feels so real. Living, breathing, I finally feel in control of something. It's so addicting to enter this blissful escape. Just try to catch me. This world is a fake. My mind, reality, then try to catch me before I escape. I'm lost, I'm sin, I'm a walking irony to all that I touch and care for. I'll bring my world to its knees. I'll bring my world down, down from all innocence. Seeking out a way to escape all my remorse and waste. I'll climb into this fiction. It feels so real. Living, breathing, I finally feel in control of something. It's so addicting to enter this blissful escape. Just try to catch me. This world is a fake. My mind, reality, and try to catch me
Welcome back. You know, I have it on good authority that originally they were going to call the band Dan, Dave, Chris Bob, but at the last minute they chose Missing Method instead, and I think we're all happy about that. Fellas, welcome to the show. Nice to see you.
Thanks, man.
If you would, introduce yourselves to the nice folks out there in TV land.
I'm Bob. I play the bass.
Nice job, Bob.
I'm Chris, and I play guitar.
What was that? Hopefully they heard it. I'm Dan, and I sing and play guitar.
I'm Dave, and I play drums.
It's always nice to get the drummer out front. You know, a lot of times the drummer's like, oh, I'll just sit back here. Not acceptable. It's got to be the whole crew. Good to have you guys here talk about, as we were discussing during the commercial break, the origin story of Missing Method.
I want to pass that one to Dan because I'm the newest member of the band. Actually,
I see.
And the youngest. Well,
yeah,
well,
I'm the
first
baby
off,
of the band.
Is this HD? Because we look better lo-fi. So is there like a button we can
We
switch?
actually, once you guys got here, we flipped the switch
Nice.
back to standard
Appreciate
depth.
Good,
so.
'cause, yeah, black and white. Like,
That's true. It's very grainy.
Dark clubs are good for us for a reason.
all right, so Dave and I, we were introduced from a mutual friend, and I played light acoustical rock, and he played death metal, and so it naturally seemed like a good fit for us to join forces. And then Chris was fired from my dad's band, and so
Sorry about that.
I've been fired by my dad before, so.
So you guys had that bonding
Yeah, we
moment
had that.
over.
We cuddled and we're like, you know, let's get through this. Let's rise from the fires of this and become a soaring phoenix. And then I'm actually related to Bob. Bob is my wife's little brother. So from an infant, from
Wow.
the cradle, I have been grooming this young man into the bassist I need him to be. So.
Fantastic. Well, my wife has recently taken up bass, so we have
Nice.
that family
Nice.
thing.
Nice.
She's rocking it. We had a long lesson last night, and I'm buoyed and encouraged by this story of familial musical
Oh yeah,
joy.
it works. Nepotism, it's
It's a good thing,
It's a good
especially
thing.
when you need a bass player.
because they are hard to find.
There are a good bass player is tough to find. Talk about your influences, because I love this music. I love that it's got some echoes of music when I had hair, to be candid, and I like that stuff. Talk about playing a little bit of periodish music. Maybe
Yeah.
is that a fair thing to say?
No, I think that we are the modernized rebirth of '90s rock. Like I used to listen to like all the '80s mod music, and so it's all about melody and stuff, and so that's my influence. But I got into the kind of the electric stuff around Pearl Jam and Stone Temple Pilots. So those are some influences. But then, like I said, we've got Dave, who's trying to man me up and listen to metal and stuff with like Devin Townsend and stuff like that. So
And that is definitely, I must say, without reservation, that is a man's drum kit right there. It's definitely got some girth to it,
Yeah.
which it's kind of the trend nowadays, is the smaller,
Right.
kind of the combo kit and a lot of brushes and that sort of thing. I'm guessing you don't do a whole
No.
lot of that, Dave.
Dave doesn't do anything small.
Yeah. Actually, the funny thing is when I started playing with Dan, my whole goal here was to go in a different direction than I've normally been, because I've played the heavy music, lots of drumming, lots of double bass, all that stuff,
Right.
and I wanted to branch out. And so with Dan, I tried playing with brushes, and I tried doing the stuff that is more acceptable, I guess. And then Dan's all, I don't want you to do that. I want you to be who you are. And so
Be yourself.
exactly. So it took us a while to find our places, and now
Another
it's-
cuddle session.
Exactly. And we like to cuddle, so. But we take I guess old influences of more rock, more straightforward, and take some '80s melody and.
Well, and
you
then
know.
we've got Chris here, who's he's all about the classic rock. He'll miss one of our shows to go see Government Mule play, and so tell us about your influences.
We've got a mic situation here just for.
I'm actually
public knowledge.
heavily influenced by blues music. So this band, not necessarily blues, but That's kind of where I started with the guitar, and just
Sure.
pretty much anything guitar is.
And I did hear you kind of
like-
jazzing it up a little bit.
Yeah,
when
well,
you
I
guys
really
were
like
sound
jazz
checking.
guitar, but I'm not really good at it, so I fake it really good.
You
Well,
fake it
I
very
actually
well. You
Don't
fake
fake
it
it
very
very
well.
good either. I fake it, and then people ask about it. But
So what do you guys got? Shows, records? What do folks need to know about that's coming up?
We have a show coming up on March 9th at the Deer Hunter
In
in
Spanish
Spanish Fork. And then
Right.
a Muse Music sometime after
April
that.
12th.
April 12th.
Look at that.
We have a
Facts and
brand new
figures.
CD out, and they can get it on iTunes. You can get it from us at shows. You can find some link on our Facebook page.
And we have a video on YouTube of the first song we played, Exhausting. YouTube Missing Method Exhausting. You can see it's a phenomenal production.
I watched that video.
Did you?
And I liked it. I did. I liked it. It was very sort of the era MTV
Yeah.
Trade Dramatique.
Yeah,
Nicely
exactly.
done.
Yeah.
So best place to start Missing Method on Facebook?
Yes,
Sure.
That's all of us are on there at least once a day, and let's see what else.
I mean, we have other stuff to do. So
When you see our posts and they're all spelled wrong, that's this guy right here.
You know who?
And I'm the one that goes to college.
Congratulate.
So,
Well, if it adds to the band personality, then I say, do it. just do all thumbs. You'll be just fine. Guys, thanks.
Thank you for having
Nice
me.
to have
Thanks,
you
man.
here.
Thanks.
One more song after the break?
Yes,
Sure.
All right then.
definitely.
It's Missing Method, everybody. We're going to take a break, and then they will do what they do again. Stay tuned. Well, my friends, that is a week. I wish we had a show tomorrow night, but we don't. So come back on Monday. We'll have DJ John Mon, Nancy Green, producer and filmmaker of Utah Women's Voices, going to be airing soon on KUED. A fantastic look at women's rights activism history in Utah. And, of course, watch Unplugged all weekend long in this time slot. And once again, the boys from Missing Method. Good night.
One man says up, another says down. No way to be sure where to stand your ground. Taking the path of least resistance, our fear of death will determine our existence. Where do we go when every path we take shows signs of our ultimate demise? Cover up, play dead, cut on time. One man's trash is another man's true. Both men wielding astounding proof. The smaller the world, the bigger our heads. We'll prove our point till we're all dead. Where do we go when every path we take shows signs of our ultimate demise? Cover up, play dead, cut on got all ties to the wise men on I do.